gets a big old fight scene today.
All right, here we get the gun.
Just a guy.
The boys! Series finale. It's going to be a diabolical good time, mate. Johnny! How's it going there, love?
I'm Hughie, and I'm good. I'm
That's
your
right.
canary.
Hughie, cry, little Frenchie be dead.
No, I want to be the leader now. I want to be the leader now, Butcher.
I'm not doing Butcher. This is my Frenchie.
Oh,
Coy.
mon Dieu.
Failed.
I'm just comic reader Coy Jandro, appreciator of the boys, wondering how this can end in one episode, knowing the comic and knowing what's left.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna hit everything. Everyone's gonna be happy. Everyone who's been hating on this season is gonna love it.
They're like, this is it, the ending.
This was the fillingest episode.
They're gonna fill in everything, and you know what else? That's all in the backup recording. We got to remember
That's
that.
all in the backup
Not
recording.
working.
It's okay. We can pull the stems from the.
Yeah,
garage.
I will say
we
before
got it.
this finale, this is maybe the most I've not identified with the masses.
Yeah.
I've never felt more like, wait, are we watching the same thing?
Either way, I'm ready to. I have pushed all that noise out of my head. I'm ready to absorb this while you think about them the whole time.
I'm excited.
And John, you be touching yourself.
I will.
Lovely. Let's do it. Oh my God, we're here.
Terror. Oh.
I, Serge Emilien Lassant, being of unsound mind and haggard body,
Yep.
declare this my last will and testament. Though I have no worldly possessions to bequeath, that as I compose this letter on cardstock smuggled into the Freedom Camp, within the anus of a rotund guard with colitis named Bert,
Yep.
I am reminded that I do have something to give you. The knowledge that I've seen each and every one of your assholes.
Hey, let the man
That's what
speak.
it says.
That's what it says.
Butcher, I installed the toilet cam once purely for science. Long story. And it inadvertently captured yours. Annie, I accidentally walked in on you and Hughie plumbing each other's depths, but you did not notice me. I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Yeah, if that's a good idea.
Chestnut balloon knot. Okay. This is mostly asshole related. We've been through so much together.
Been through so many assholes.
The best and worst of times. And I've become closer to all of you than my own blood. So close that I've seen all your assholes. And that, to me, is a true mark of family. You are my family. I cannot know if I will have wiped my own slate clean enough to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Damn.
But fear not, I am at peace, because for a moment I knew heaven on earth.
Aw.
Still believed in God in the end.
In your arms, mon coeur.
This is all verbatim out of the comics, right?
All those asshole scenes.
Superman.
Oh no. Black suit Frenchie.
All those rocks moved. What was that? They should turn it over and make an X.
The revolutionaries.
Christ.
Because the ones strong enough to
Exactly.
change the world are the ones who usually do.
From the White House, Homelander reboot.
Finally.
Ryan.
Jesus, where you been?
Homelander reboots.
Oh, he's living that log cabin life.
It's all right.
Whoa.
How'd you find me?
Crime analytics got wind of a young man flying outside Culverade. Tends to draw attention.
I don't want your help.
You made that very clear. But you're also the son of God. You should not be sleeping in a barn.
Even I got that joke.
Come on, man.
I don't want to be anywhere near you.
Everything is different now. I've ascended. I'm immortal.
Then why do you give a shit about what happens to me?
Because we're family. We have the same blood pumping through our veins.
Yeah, well, you got your shitty racist dad, so you don't need me.
Yeesh.
You and I. That's all that matters.
No, dude.
Oh, man. It's not going to pan out.
Dad,
Hope him and Soldier Boy kill him.
get I am nothing like you. You were already the most powerful person on Earth, and you were a lonely, miserable piece of shit.
Oof.
Throwing tantrums when you didn't get what you want. Why the would more power make you any better?
It's more like Soldier Boy.
It's just gonna make you an even more lonely, miserable piece of shit.
Yeah.
Scaring people into calling you God doesn't make you God.
Ooh! Get him.
And deep down, you know that.
It's okay. You don't know what's going on. It's okay.
Forgive him.
He's a benevolent God.
But you will.
He knows not what he does.
Ooh.
Match cut.
That girl's got a real, I'm gonna rip your arm off and fist you with that energy.
Is there any sign the experiments worked?
Nope. Which means Frenchie died for nothing.
Not true.
Make sure you change that dress now.
When are we leaving? It's a good question.
I told you we're not running.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm asking you to save these people.
Save them from the guy whose hog they were drooling to suck literally yesterday.
Different shade of blonde.
We want to do more. Saving these people is the best any of us can do. Just get them to Canada, hook up with the rest of your team, and keep helping people one at a time.
While you die on some mission?
Logan vibes.
Do you even have a plan?
I mean, versus Canada through a horse race. Am I right?
They filmed this in Canada.
When I joined the Seven, I was so excited to meet Queen Maeve. Never meet your heroes. She was bitter, she was checked out, and she
That's all the way back to the first episode.
She gave away so many parts of herself, there was nothing left. And I was such an annoying little shit, just running around saying there's always something worth fighting for. I swore to myself I would never let that happen to me. But it did.
That's life.
Interesting passing of the torch and where Gen V could have gone season 3.
I'm not on a suicide trip. It's not a lost cause. It's not even about winning. It's about keeping the light burning as long as we fucking can.
Mm-hmm. Goes on after this show is done.
So thank you for being my annoying little shit.
I don't know about never meet your heroes, by the way. It worked out okay for me.
Cute.
Hell yeah.
She did meet Homelander.
And his weird
And
dick.
she's still alive.
Yeah. Do like her hair, damn. Like a Dino Crisis thing going on.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like
Dino Crisis movie. Dino Crisis movie.
Caster. I assume it's for On the Run, but also the actress changed her hair, but both work.
You need more time?
Ain't enough time in the world for that one.
What's the problem?
Don't get me wrong, I am honored to be writing Homelander's speech heralding the coming of our new lord.
We're pulling back for a reason.
Yeah.
Guess I just didn't expect so many people would doubt Homelander's godhood.
Ugh.
You still have that 95 Chateau Margaux? The one you took from that pedo priest at Immaculate Conception?
Ooh.
I wonder if Homelander kills
Look, I
him.
know you're pissed at me, but I really need you right now. What is he thinking?
I think she would go after Homelander if it was to protect him.
If I press him, will he flip on Homelander? Is this the 8th grade?
Talk to her.
Talk to me.
So all those people who are gonna doubt? What if you did something about it?
What do you mean?
I think you know.
No, I don't.
The distrust.
I just mean, how can we help Homelander make the world believe?
Oh, she is cracking.
I ponder that every day.
Yum.
Doing a good job.
She's so fun to watch.
When I was a little girl, I had this dog, Peaches. She died. I was riding the school bus that ran her over. And I carried her collar with me. You know, anything to remind me of the pet I love so much. That's what you're doing, yeah? You let everyone think that you were the stray that Frenchie took you in, when you know it was really the other way around. He was your pet, your lapdog, really.
Whoa.
Oh, you got off on his devotion. And just when it looked like he might move on with someone else, you finally him.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Anything to keep him from being happy, when he would have done anything for you.
This is grim.
Even throw his life away.
She's pushing her for some reason.
I wonder if she'll get off in the concussion that's coming.
Yeah,
Check her power out. Check her power.
Wanted him to do it.
Oh.
Did she sacrifice her own power?
Oh, she's free. She never wanted to be the smartest lady.
Now she can just eat Taco Bell.
Yeah, watch Love Island.
Soldier Boy has to be fucking fuming for his blast to work, all right? I thought you might be the same, so he spilt a bit of tea on you. But it were nothing personal, God's honest.
Oh, now forever.
Cameron excited. Oh my gosh, she lost her power.
The what?
Fuck you on about?
Othello. I knew it by heart, but now it's.
No. Is she relieved?
My brain was so loud. And now it's.
Okay, as long as you're happy.
I'm fucking stupid like you guys.
I'm fucking stupid like you.
So Hughie didn't die for nothing, and now we've got at least something.
Cool. So, we're all getting pretty radiated right now, which is fun.
What matters is Frenchie did it. It works.
Taco Bell.
I knew it.
So what's the plan?
Homelander's using Easter to announce he's God Almighty, so we know where he'll be and when.
Grandmaster Flash shirt.
As soon as he's done, he's sicking his thought police on America. Millions of people are gonna die.
So just to state the obvious, we're talking about breaking into the White House?
Yeah.
You wear disguises. You dress up like those soldiers with the furry hats.
What country are we in?
Shit. That's England.
So how about it, you lot? One last go?
One last go.
Diabolical.
Some Guy Ritchie music.
Oh.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yep.
Y'all are dumb as fucking shit. Homelander's gonna kill you, and he'll find me. So the rest of the time I got, I'm going to Harry Potter World in Orlando.
Nice.
Who's with me? Wands up, bitches. Sage out.
Aw. I'm glad you're happy, but I miss your brilliance.
Yeah, I do too.
And I was thinking, why can't Starlighters work in my factory as non-compensated employees? Homelander, I'm glad you're here.
He disrupts.
I'd love to bend your ear about white fertility rates.
Looks like Elon Musk.
Who the fuck is that? Gunter Van Ellis.
And his many, many children.
So? Well, he represents a consortium of billionaires, and they have a few requests.
Owns a website, 7.
I don't have time for this.
They are the ruling class of America. To build your church, we'll need their support.
Uh-oh.
Is he a believer? Or any of them? Or are they just scared of me?
Even Thomas doubted. With enough time, the gentlest water can wear down any stone.
Are you a believer?
I believe we should consider postponing.
Out of the question.
You saw Butcher's lab. If he managed to figure out Soldier Boy's blast, or if there were even the slightest chance that he might render you...
A 1% chance?
You think I'm afraid of William Butcher?
Oh. No, of course not. Just don't want any distractions on your blessed day. And it will give me more time to do what I do best. Convert more souls to your righteous banner.
Your Eminence.
Oh, Crow, no.
What are you doing here?
Not now, Deep.
Not your call, Prophet.
Not now.
Look, you don't need the 7 anymore. Genius move, as always, but I've been thinking.
As always.
He's a crusader. Yeah, like one of those yoke knights from the olden days. Crack some skulls, lay down your holy law.
Where did you learn about the Crusades? Indiana Jones.
What? No. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That's not a documentary.
Whoa, where did you just take him?
Just drop him.
And there goes Musk.
What did you...
He's an astronaut. I took him to space. I don't need billionaires.
I couldn't agree more, sir.
And I don't need perverted fish who debase themselves endlessly for mere drops of my affection.
Wow.
Is that what you think of me?
Since the day we met.
Whoa.
I have never had less respect for anyone in my life. In fact, Kevin, the only reason that I haven't fucking killed you is that I want you to feel deep in your heart.
Deep.
Oh.
How truly worthless you really are.
Crap.
The second the live broadcast is over, I want the wheat separated from the chaff. Those who don't accept my truth will be the first to burn in my holy fire.
Don't accept my truth.
One way or another, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Homelander's just going to have too many non-believers who are working for him.
Butcher's wrong. You are not just a weapon. From the start, Frenchie saw who you were.
We all did.
Just because he's gone doesn't mean all that's gone too.
A really sweet moment.
This is the most Hughie episode in a while.
I think it's going to bring back the Hughie and Butcher relationship.
You know what would be super fucking helpful right now? Is if you would talk to me, bitch.
What was that? Shh. Homelander can hear you.
Yeah, why do you do...
We're live in 5, 4, 3.
My fellow Americans?
Father, son.
My fellow Americans.
Ooh.
The disdain dripping.
Happy Easter. A day commemorating Jesus, who, as we all know, was tortured, stripped of his dignity, and killed. But you're Americans. You deserve a God who doesn't die.
Psychics.
A God who fights back. A God you can believe in.
Oh, man.
Today, I bring you good news. Recently, I was visited by an exquisite angel.
Ooh, yep. Smells exactly how I thought a secret tunnel would smell.
Her heavenly lips spilled sweet truth into my ear, and I was awakened, not just to be the world's greatest hero, but to save all humanity.
Right.
To be the second coming. But in a way, really, I'm the first.
Yes.
I am the Lord. Your savior. I am your God.
Whoa.
I'm going to usher this world into a new golden dawn. An age in which your God moves among you, seen and heard.
Ooh.
Prayers are truly answered when you visit Homelander.church.
There's a threat on the building. A small group has infiltrated the tunnels.
It's Butcher and his team. Don't worry. We're ready. Take her to the secure facility.
Oh, heavens.
There weren't no door here on them blueprints.
Nope. That's new.
Fuck.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hey, what's going on?
Fuck, it's a dog whistle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Wow. It's like Terminator 2.
Or Kimiko, yeah.
Fuck my fucking life.
Go, Ashley.
Are you doing the right thing?
Wow.
Are you?
And she's been on the fence for a while.
Yeah.
Right. Go right.
Aw.
Deep couldn't do it. Firecracker couldn't. But Ashley can.
Homelander's in the Oval Office.
Lead the way.
Fuck no, he would rip my out through my. Left. Proud of you.
Oh, finally. Please kill him.
You've been crying.
No.
No.
Starlight. It was all a test. Yes. It's like Sean Connery rewarding Costner at the end of...
Why did you get him?
Sweet. Jesus, you're a moron.
I hope Starlight gets to kill the Deep.
I got him.
Good.
Yeah.
Overdue.
Full circle.
Nice. Oh, no.
Oh, full circle.
She's going to drop him in the sea.
Oh, man. I was hoping you'd convert.
Yeah.
I just want Butcher and the girl. The rest of you can go in peace.
To love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Hey, no. We don't have time. You have to get Kimiko to Homelander before he fucks off. That is an Ansel IGS 300.
His tech knowledge
You have
coming
your
back.
thing. I have mine.
Just like the first episode.
Season 1, Hughie's back.
Electronic store clerk, you can do anything.
Come on, this way.
He really is Shaun of the Dead.
This shot is diabolical.
Nice one. Real nice one.
Yeah.
It's good full circle that she gets to take him out.
Risking your life for a man who wouldn't even piss on you if you were on fire.
I'm his right-hand bro. He'll piss on me whenever I want.
Yeah.
I know you're scared.
I'm not scared as shit.
Deep, Kevin.
Kevin.
I can see it in your eyes.
Deep Kevin.
Homelander terrifies you, but he sure as fuck doesn't respect you. Don't you want to be free of it?
Fucking mouth of yours.
This isn't about me.
Whoa.
Of course it is!
Wow.
Don't mention the mouth.
Yeah, no, you kill him.
Hell power, respect. Top 50 star meter on IMDb, bro.
Pro.
Bro, the badge just started when you showed up. I lost everything.
You made those fucked up choices. You ruined your own life. For once, take some responsibility for yourself.
No! No! Chase Crawford's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, where's Butcher?
He got black bolted.
Yeah, he did.
Those who accept my truth will be welcomed into a land of milk and honey, for I am your
father. Oh no. You should have read this speech beforehand.
I am
an imposter.
No. But no matter what I do, some of you people will never accept me into your hearts.
Come on, Ryan.
Never believe in me. And to such heretics I offer oblivion. And those who seek to destroy me, you will die.
Oh my God.
As befits your wickedness.
Oh, no.
And when this world is cold and dead, I shall remain eternal.
Eternal.
God of the ashes.
Oh my God, it's got on live TV.
Yes!
Killing it. Let's go.
Evening.
Can't say that on live TV.
Daddy's home.
Yes!
Oh, let's go.
I was starting to think you weren't going to hold up your end of our deal.
Just you and me.
With the crowbar.
Scotch diff.
Shame about the French one. How's your little science experiment going without him?
Let's find out.
Oh shit.
Come on, Kimiko.
Nice. Why are you looking so scared, Starlight? Come on.
Needs some electricity. Oh, no.
Nice. Woo! Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Stay away from me.
Die. Jaws. Oh, no.
The team up in the ocean. Say her name.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Fitting.
Through the mouth.
Yeah. It is a bookend on episode 1.
Wow. Wow. Rough Riders.
Season 3 fight all over again.
Oh, you running now. Nice. You running. Come on.
Hold him down.
Come on, Ryan.
It's one of their better hand-to-hand fights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stone Cold.
Yes!
Let's go!
Father. Before it was Soldier Boy and Butcher, now it's Ryan and Butcher.
You little piece of shit.
Oh, tearing
tore
the
the
cape. Punching it with the flag.
Everyone dies, starting with you.
Nice.
But you am him.
Come on.
Come on, Kimiko, charge it up.
You waiting for now, goddammit!
What is holding you back?
What is wrong? Why not?
Oh, do it from a different place then.
Yeah, do it for love.
Rage is not what makes you strong. It has never been mon cœur. It has always been yours.
Your heart.
Cool.
That's a nice way to work him in.
Oh shit, here we go. Oh my god. Homelander's finally going down. They're all gonna get hit. It's like the Soldier Boy cartoon.
Yeah. Homelander's just gonna be some guy now.
Yeah, they all lose their powers now.
President's looking down.
Take the crowbar.
You need the crowbar.
Do the crowbar.
Right down the center.
Oh, no.
Just a guy.
Oh. Oh, he gonna beat the shit out of you now.
All those silly flight poses, even sillier, just hopping.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Shock and awe, my son.
My son.
Blood and f***ing bone.
Oh my god.
Yeep.
Yes!
This is what you've been missing out on all these years, bro.
It's for Frenchie.
Yes. Yes. Nice. Hell yeah. You gotta get the final one for Becca, man.
Stop. You owe me all the times I could have killed you.
Oh no.
I let you live. I'll give you 5.
I'll give you 5.
Get the car!
Do whatever you want with it. Becca, you want your wife back. I'll have a shapeshifter. Be her.
Oh, callback.
Just tell me. I'll fucking suck it. Please.
Oh.
I'll do anything. You want me to eat shit? I'll eat your fucking shit.
Oh god. Do it.
Oh.
When you promise me, stop me. You can do this. I am the Homelander.
No, you ain't.
No, you ain't nothing. And this is for my Becca.
Yes. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. There it is.
How do you feel now?
Oh no.
Let them live. Is Ryan gonna just be a boy now?
He's just a guy, yeah.
Oh, the hair.
I got you, kid.
Ooh.
Easy. All right?
Well, that solves that problem. if Ryan's just a boy.
They can
Yeah,
live a
no
normal life.
loose end there.
Just take it easy.
And he's got a dead dad to contend with, too. Damn. Seen both his mom and dad die.
Uh-huh.
Confirmed that the shocking footage out of the White House is legitimate. Homelander, the world's most prominent superhero, was killed today after proclaiming himself a so-called god.
Get on live TV.
And Homelander was deeply unwell. I would like to thank the brave men and women of the CIA who, on my direct orders, dealt with this terrifying threat to democracy. And to those of you speculating, I want to say no. I am not going to resign. I did absolutely nothing wrong.
That was former President Antony Starr, who by an unprecedented unanimous vote in Congress was impeached this afternoon and immediately removed from office.
No.
Plague tenure of America's first female president.
There you go.
No. First female president.
He's got a cigar.
My brother.
Oh, nice one.
Can I try that?
You did good today, kid. Here you go. I just wish Frenchie could have seen you.
He did.
He did.
It tastes like dirty. Is this so rich men can taste dirty?
That's how it begins. Yeah, it's the gateway.
Listen, mate, ain't nothing I can say to to make this any easier, but you done what you had to do. You done the right thing, right?
Did you kill your dad?
Anyway, we can put all this shite behind us now. We ain't got no powers no more. We just ordinary blokes. We could find somewhere quiet, start again. Just you, me, and Tara. I reckon your mum would like that.
I know what my dad was, and it's better that he's gone. But you're not a good person either.
But I'm not ready to live with you.
I didn't choose you over him. I chose myself. I'm sorry, but I don't want a fresh start with you. I want this to be the end.
But fair.
That's fair. You gotta respect it.
He gave him a life.
So is he still dying or no?
Doesn't seem like at the moment, but...
Well, it's just you and me now, Tara.
What?
Don't fucking do this right
hell?
now.
What?
And why?
What?
What?
I think you just want to take everything away from Butcher.
Whoa.
Do you need somewhere to direct this grief?
Oh.
Hughie, where are you?
Oh no. What?
Oh, he's going to take out the soups just to spite?
Brosephine.
That's why I've agreed to return to Vought as its interim CEO.
Of course.
Is just
He
what
did
our
it.
shareholders
It's the exact
need
plan.
in a time of crisis to start the process of rebuilding.
And there goes his excuse to break the cycle.
I believe Vaught's greatest, most profitable days. It's time for Vought to do some listening.
Butcher, Sorry, buddy.
You gotta go canary him, man.
I feel like it's gonna be worse than that.
Oof. If only you could teleport right now. Authorized personnel only.
They're surprisingly doing more comic stuff than I expected.
Yeah, I literally had said at the top of the episode, there's no way they'll do the comic, and now...
But
it's the most relevant the comic's been since season 1.
What if they're going to subvert some things right now? I hope they do.
Traffic?
Yeah. Accident on the bridge. Should have taken the tunnel.
I thought you might try to stop me, but you shouldn't have come alone. You should have brought an army.
No. If you were going to release the virus, you would have done it already.
Unless I'm waiting for all the suit cunts to clock in for the day shift. Not much point shooting spunk into an empty fucking building now, is there?
Okay, well, now I kind of wish I brought an army. Where's the virus, Butcher?
Dumped it in the sprinkler tank. Frenchie's idea. God rest the mad bastard. All I gotta do is pull this trigger, and it rains kill juice on all 99 floors. Shit'll be worldwide within a couple of days.
Why? I mean, we already won.
Won? No, we just gave him a black eye. As long as there's Vought, there'll be soups, and sooner or later, some cunt that's already out there becomes the next Homelander, and you fucking know it. No. We need to end the whole bloody notion of soups, and we need to make it permanent.
I mean, you can see it, right? This is it. This is the moment. You drag me through hell for this, for now, to be your canary.
Called it himself.
Or your Kessler, or Lenny. But here's the thing, you don't need me for that. You never did. It's already in you. I can see it.
Yeah.
You might have a broken heart, but you have one. You are not a monster.
Did he kill his dad?
It just hurts to be human.
I'm sorry, mate. Superheroes are done.
Oh, wow.
Can't let you do it.
Petite Hughie and his gun. Take some big bollocks to pull a trigger on a man.
You can just wing it.
I will if I have to.
You ain't got the...
Damn it.
Stay down.
Come on, Hugh. Come on, Hugh.
God damn it.
Everyone gets a big old fight scene today.
He would get the gun. Whoa.
Oh,
I did it.
Wow.
Sorry. I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna call an ambulance, okay?
I wouldn't bother.
Oh.
It's all right, Hughie. I gave you no choice. I wasn't gonna stop.
Yeah.
All the blood and shit I put you through. And none of it made the blind bit of difference. You stayed yourself, no matter what I've done. I don't know what to do.
You don't need to do anything.
Good.
You really are a spitter, Lenny.
You son of a bitch.
Wow, it's full circle.
Butcher were here, he'd probably give a shit for crying over him. But, I mean, he's dead, so, you know.
Ryan came.
Fuck him. I mean, he was nothing but flaws and bad choices. But he never gave up hope that he could stop Homelander, and then he actually did it. Love him or hate him, he made the world a safer place, which makes him a hero. And I bet he's in hell right now, flashing that smile and kicking the fuck out of the devil.
Diabolic hell.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's good that he's next to my mom.
That's where he always wanted to be.
You're here.
Bye.
Hughie. Let's go, kid.
Oh, Uncle MM.
Are we really about to go to a
Topless Steakhouse in Reno?
Yes.
In honor.
Promised.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
He would have liked this.
Piano man. Let's go, Joel.
That's right. I was wondering if he was wearing a Billy Joel shirt in that beatdown. I couldn't quite see it.
They should play the Weird Al version about Spider-Man. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh, damn.
He says, son, I'm not really sure
great.
how it goes, but it's sad.
Well deserved.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Aww.
Sing us a song.
Aww.
Oh, she did.
And you've got us feeling.
Amazing.
The Madelines.
Man, Karen Fukuhara is so good.
Yeah. And then she sees Alfred across the way.
Waves. Is that the jacket from the beginning?
Hugh Campbell. It's Bob Singer.
Oh, my God.
Mr. President, hi.
Campbell, the nation owes you and your team a huge debt. But I'm going to skip all the tickling, all right?
I certainly wouldn't want the president to tickle my sir.
Vought is a clusterfuck right now. All those beat-up nut jobs they cooked up are running loose doing God knows what. So we're putting the Bureau of Soup Affairs back on its feet. We need someone to run it. So what do you say, son? You'll be reporting directly to me.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I really appreciate the offer. It's just I actually have my own startup venture I'm working on.
Electronic store.
Fucking private sector. Offer stands if you change your mind.
Balls. Cut to him saying balls.
Yes.
Campbell Audio
Vision.
Okay.
My man.
2 ginger beer, ginger candies, and saltines.
Saltines, give me the saltines.
Oh, good old baby.
And she's wearing yellow.
Petty Huey.
So,
It's the costume
I
outfit.
puked.
Yeah.
And then I had to pee. I got there a little bit too late, and then I puked again, and then my mom called.
and I assume that was the worst part.
She spent 30 minutes straight just bitching about us not getting married.
Look, we can go down to the courthouse right now if that's what you really want.
No, I can't, because these are the only shoes that fit me.
Or
I would 100% marry you in those.
Oh, it's a couple. Oh, they
Construction on the Parkway. Backup's gonna be cool. You feeling up to it?
Yeah, but I'm not changing my shoes.
pregnant soup.
Vigilantes. He's the guy in the chair. He's the micro.
He's micro.
Take care of your mom, Robin.
Robin.
Oh, and last season they got the abortion because they felt they weren't ready.
And this is where he lost her right outside on that sidewalk.
On the sidewalk. And instead of looking down, he's looking up.
Yeah, look up. Phil Segretia.
Oh, I thought Kripke would have actually written the final episode. Well, crazy.
Hey!
Crew shots.
She says, I'm okay.
And some flogging Molly for
Dude,
Coy.
flogging Molly to close out the boys? Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
She said,
This show does exude like a familial behind the scenes
somehow.
quality. Yeah. It does feel like a troop.
Cool.
Well done, Kripke and Co. Michael Starr.
So tradition. Doesn't seem like this is the kind of show to have a post-credit scene.
I wouldn't expect, but
we wait.
It's Homelander's brain slowly eking back in towards his skull.
Reforming his head, yes.
And then he comes back as MODOK.
I am shocked at how satisfying that was.
I'm going to only talk about problems.
Pick those nits, boy.
Yeah, pick them.
My goal is to make the comment box all about my problems.
Get that engagement, that enragement engagement.
People wish I wasn't in the video with you two.
No. You want to speak to the people who are going to complain about everything.
That's not who comes to our reaction videos.
No. It's the complainers.
I'll have a good complaint.
It's the people that thought you were really cheering Elon Musk and our Iron Man 2 that are DMing and messaging.
Do you know what he did?
Was I not cheering?
Over the years.
Greg, sarcasm is not spoken with people without two brain cells to rub together.
What's the sarcasm?
Exactly my fear.
You mean a Tesla?
I've driven past a chasm before. Sarkar chasm. Hero chasm.
There was a lot of credits.
Dude, a lot of people work on these shows, man.
Yeah, who cares?
A lot of AIs get prompted to make these shows.
Woo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for who've been on this journey with us for The Boys. They are here for the finale, the full reaction watch along, where you sync up with your own copy. It's built for our Royal Rejects. It's our Patreon site. Thanks to everyone who's been supporting and joining. We are a channel that loves copyright claims, so thank you so much for helping to offset that love. It's an addiction, really.
We just seek them out.
We seek them out.
We email them. We're like, look what we made.
This
You're
is
the
really hard.
canaries.
Really hard, but I love copyright claims. So
No, you gotta keep us from it. You gotta keep us from that.
Also, America's Ass and a bunch of other teas over at Reject Nation Shop. Thank you guys so much. You guys are buying stuff. Well, this was wild. This was wild times. Wild times. Where to start? How about I just monologue for 10 minutes about my problems?
Yeah, do it.
I'm fascinated. See, now I want you to because I'm like, is this a joke or do you really have a list of problems?
10 minutes worth.
I'm
this
excited to
100-page
find
monologue.
out. Yeah.
You guys get ready.
Be the longest review of the year.
I already thought of my problems before the episode started.
I've been building them up all season.
This is just therapy. I've been saving
here.
all of these for you guys. We're actually not going to review the finale of The Boys.
Here's my 200-point inspection of season 5.
It should just have this be the messiest review. It's the final one. Might as well. I mean, look, Coy and I were a little bit gooey. That's the word I used today. Gooey.
I'm not sure what that means in this context. Going to find out.
Neither do I.
All right.
You're covered in a fine layer of baby oil.
Because, Crowbar, Homelander death, comic. And then there's a bit of an aftermath in the comic where after Homelander dies, Butcher's like, it ain't done. And then Hughie ends up having to take out Butcher. So I was like, damn, they're doing some real comic shit. I was under the impression that maybe that wasn't going to happen at the end. I was like, okay, maybe they're doing comic stuff, and then Butcher is going to end up making an all right choice. As if I had one little complaint.
Let's go. Oh,
keep the comment board.
Let's go.
If I had one little complaint out of a finale that I actually enjoyed quite a lot, I had a great time, and I feel like it showed, is that when he was like, oh, fucking my dog's dead ever, I was like, it was a little fast.
Yeah, I would agree.
It was a little slingshot. And now there's a lot of argument to be made contextually, of course, that leads into this moment. You can type away all you want. I agree. There's context. But in the moment of execution and rhythm and pacing and whatnot, it was a little bit like, this feels a little bit like they're rushing to get to a beat that they're getting to. But when they got to the beat, it was still a rewarding scene. Like the scene with Hughie and Butcher was still a rewarding scene, despite the transition in the obvious direction. Like, it was a little bit sudden. And that's my only thing. That's my only real complaint about it.
In a day and age and in a format where the runtime is immaterial, yes, I would have accepted an extra 5 or 10 minutes or however long of being like, oh, cool, this isn't over. So yeah, I get what you mean.
Especially the finale that can be like approaching feature length. Like it wouldn't have even been feature length. They gave us 5-10 more minutes. This was a tight hour and 2. We could have gone hour 12.
Like, it would have been better if I think it, like if they even like 10 to 20 more minutes, so that way they let it be like here's part 1 of this finale and not part 2.
I would have even liked another episode personally. I would have been okay with everyone thinking that the end of Homelander is the end of the show, and then the actual ending would be Butcher. Like I could have seen that working, but I could also see where they didn't want to risk people not showing up in droves for the finale. I could see where they were worried. I mean, Homelander dies a lot earlier in the comics. Homelander is not someone that makes it to the last 5 comics. So I could see where they were afraid without Antony Starr, like the finale might not have the
Sure.
So I still would have had an extra length finale, I think.
So it seems like that's the one part that we're all in a little bit of agreement on. There's a little bit of it's a little quick in that moment. However, still good of the scene that proceeded after. That's kind of how I felt. It was like, yeah, still well acted.
Yeah, the transition was the only issue I had. Like, I still liked the ending. I still liked the emotional impact. I really loved the scene with them. But and I like that Terror came back in order to give us that like final straw. Like again, I think we're all agreeing that we can see what you're saying.
Sense.
Like it does. I just could have used another beat.
Yeah,
I would agree with
cool
all of this.
All right, same page.
And that's all I thought about this episode.
That's all I got.
It was fine.
I only have flaws.
I mean, how'd you feel, John, about Homelander dying? I know you have like pictures of him on your bedroom wall and stuff.
I do.
He's a believer.
I idolized him, and it was really sad to see this reveal. I never expected that underneath all that power would just be a sad, pitiful little man. And I am sad that we didn't get to watch him Butcher's D. I think on live TV that would have been good. I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna be a bit of have you seen Death Proof? Tarantino's?
Oh,
that's a good call.
A long time ago. Yeah,
it's like Stuntman Mike.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean, Antony Starr to the end, or in a way almost reminded me, different, but reminded me of like in Tropic Thunder when he's like coming out of all the different layers of person. It's like you're watching him resort to every possible caged animal. Like at first he's terrified and he's begging, and then he's like mouthing off and he's like coming back into the maniacal. And then, I understand that the comics are different, and there's the whole clone thing and the Black Noir thing and all that other stuff, and Homelander didn't even do half the shit that Homelander did. But here, I mean, the interesting thing about this finale for me is that I feel like there's a feeling, maybe this is just me, where like you come into something and there's this pressure to have like some kind of big shocking revelations or something. This didn't necessarily like ride on that, but yeah,
not at all.
Yeah. Like this glides toward an inevitable set of conclusions, but it's just like the execution was really visceral, and I mean Antony Starr till the end, just like so fun to watch. So many different weird little nuances ticking around, and even though during the season there have been moments where I'm like, this feels like another season in a good way, but not necessarily like it's all going to end right here. But I liked the web of his moments with Ryan, and then delivering this speech, and the sort of breaking point on that, becoming everyone's father, and all these ruminations on being loved and adored, and if that'll ever be enough, and if no one will ever fully accept, and yada yada. So like I thought the whole crescendo with him was very satisfying and very visceral and effective. The fight was great,
and everyone getting to see what he's really like. Because he's lived behind media for so long, and in that one moment, they all got to see the true inferior boy that he really is underneath.
The wizard behind the curtain.
How'd you feel with that moment?
I really was impressed. I mean, not only in Antony Starr's acting, but I really enjoyed I was giddy. Like I had a Antony Starr-esque Cheshire grin for that last whole arc, because there's something really beautiful about a character that's so reviled just being exposed. Seeing a weak man revealed to be weak and just broken is. There's a different kind of glee there. A villain of that level, like we've hated this guy for 7 years. We've had so much animosity, but there's also that undercurrent of respect and admiration for the acting that goes into it. Like, you can hate the character and appreciate the acting. So it was nice to be like so in the blood of it. And like when you feel the punches and there's a giddiness to it. Like I personally enjoy like UFC. I really loved this last, like, Netflix did a fight series that just started with MVP MMA, and it felt like old Bellator, which is setting up kind of an equal fight. So there's more of a bloodbath. It was kind of beautiful to see that happen with this character because he's been on the other side of that for so long. And we even talked about how Homelander's never subservient except around his father. And to see him like have that demurring and have that fear and have all those things we've wanted him to feel for 7 years felt so nice. So I was really impressed that it felt so cathartic after all this time. And I don't know if I've ever watched a show that was based on a comic that only used certain elements and just took the themes and ideas to go so comic at the end. This was the most comic-y episode of the entire series to my memory. And it was really interesting watching it being like, it could either subvert expectations for the ones of us who did read it, or, oh, I guess we're just going more and more comic-y. So it's fascinating to watch something that I didn't ever feel spoiled by the comics until the end. Like, I watched the entire series and was like, I don't know where this is going to go. And then the end, I'm like, I know where everything's going, I think. But because it had lied to me so many times, I was like, maybe up until the end. Like, we were both like, there's no way it's just, but it is. So I really think it respected the subject matter. I really think this was the right ending. I know a lot of people, including myself, up until the last episode, like the penultimate, last week, I had been like, I trust whatever's going to happen. But then last week I was like, how the fuck with one ending can we get to the where we need to go in an hour? And then they did it. So I guess the answer was just follow the comic that I didn't think they could do in an hour and 2 minutes. So I was really impressed. I really liked that Hughie got to be Hughie again. To me, one of the only, consistent squabbles I had with this season was it didn't feel like Hughie. There were moments that felt like it was reactionary, or it was Hughie having to be the narrative plot device, or it was Hughie not getting to kind of build into his arc. And then this whole last episode, he got to be the lead again. And that really felt more like the comic. And it also felt like a beautiful book into the first season. This did everything I needed it to do. I loved the deep bite in it. I loved that Starlight got to do it. I loved the, ball gag, Black Bolt moment. I really loved visually that the two settings were, sorry, I've been monologuing for a while. The two settings that were so important to the narrative of the show is this is a political satire with comedy, and this is a superhero satire with comedy that is both aggressively for and against both things, right? It attacks the left and the right. It attacks comics while being one. It does a lot to like kind of just spray paint, but it obviously picks sides while doing that. And I really love that the two final battles were in the White House and in Vought Tower. Like, it had a very comic-y last battle between our boys, and it had a very political last battle between Homelander, the ultimate evil, which is clearly not based on anyone. So I really enjoyed the setting use and the visual aesthetic that allowed for those two big climaxes.
That's true. That's true. You sad about Butcher dying?
Yes and no. I mean, I was happy when I was like, are they going to let him live? But it just seems appropriate for that character to die because Ryan is right. Butcher has corroded his soul a lot. And it just seems like, it seems like knowing this dude, it would only be a matter of time before there's a reason to bust this virus back out. And I like the way they handled that moment a lot. Again, even missing the transitory moments between Terror and Tower is still really nice to have this canary moment to tie everything back around. And then the way they do the callback to the Frenchie moment with Kimiko, this sort of like, oh, and now I'm seeing Lenny, and and the metaphor is crystallized. And then the gun goes off. Like, it's like a movie moment. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, I bet, I wonder, maybe not. There's the shot. There's the blood. I thought that was a very appropriate ending. And I liked what that led to, seeing that Ryan actually did show up to, say a few words over his grave and is ostensibly going to go live with MM now. I thought that was a really nice payoff to a long stretched dynamic that isn't always like in the forefront. Like the Hughie Butcher relationship is something I associate more. There's like more meat and more interesting exploration in the earlier phases of the show for me on that. And there's a good reason for that. There's a whole lot of shit going on, but I liked to bring it back together in a way that, like, that scene made me cry. That scene was really lovely and heartbreaking. And when he's just sitting there bleeding out and Hughie's crying over him, I felt the years of journey in that,
A moment that I thought would be the highlight of the episode that I just remembered. I love the heart moment and like having like Soldier Boy's like powers suddenly have like a lot more weight to it because Kimiko and like all that stuff. But the highlight of the episode at the top for me was I if I was still an actor, I would be using Hughie's reading of Frenchie's like will as my monologue. That was beautiful. That was like one of the funniest scenes in so long. Like, and it kept going on, but it didn't do that Family Guy thing where it lost me and came back. It like stayed funny. I personally, the asshole stuff, hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that monologue.
How'd you feel about Butcher dying?
I think it was necessary. I for a moment was like, man, if it goes like the comic, I don't know how I'll feel because Karl Urban's been such an interestingly layered version of the character. I think Butcher in this has a lot. I connect to Butcher here differently than I did the comic, so I was wondering if I'd feel the same. I think Karl Urban brings so much to it, but I think at the end it is the only fair ending because Ryan was right. He is not a good man. He was willing to risk them all. He was willing to kill all the Supes. He never became good, even though Hughie wanted him to, and I think Hughie needed to be the one to do it, and I think Hughie did get kind of seasoned throughout these 5 seasons to be the one that had to do it, and it does work for me narratively, even though it felt a little rushed. But like terror is such a huge part of the comic. I really liked that the thing that would push him over the edge is terror because that makes terror a little bit more important even without the screen time because it allows for something to be a final straw. Like it was hearing from Ryan, it was all the pressure he's on, but like that was the last thing that he felt like he could be a guy living in the woods with his dog and then the dog going, he has nothing left. So that gives terror a little bit more weight like he has in the comics. So I think the use of it was good. I just wish there was a little bit more like time there, but I really think that death probably impacted me more emotionally than any other death but Homelander. Like those 2 deaths needed to be the most impactful and they were.
Well, and there's a poetry in the fact that you can argue with yourself about like maybe he does make the right choice and is promptly, dispatched as that happens. Like you get to have your cake and get the fair ending too.
Because I do think that Homelander is like a thing that's going to be repeated. Like
He's not
Homelander,
wrong,
like
yeah.
that's and like, I literally like that they immediately showed what was happening at Vought and how exactly like he planned. Everything's falling back into place for another Homelander to exist. So Butcher's not wrong, but no one wants to see that. So I like an ending that is kind of like, yeah, the system's still fucked. Like it kind of like Daredevil. Like I love that Daredevil was about him. Spoilers for Daredevil. Him knowing that the system was going to betray what had to be done, but him having such faith in the system that he knows he's going to jail and Kingpin's going to be not in the same level of restriction. Like that to me feels like this, where it's like the system's broken, but it's still the right thing for Hughie to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's at the end of the day, it is a genocide act.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's obvious.
It's lots of innocent.
Just because you have superpowers, then you get into a debate of like humans and mutants at that moment because now he's just immediately segregating anyone who has a power must be evil.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I'm not ever saying that what he was about to do was right. I'm saying that you can feel the tension of.
I was saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Vought setup was well done because an entire
Butcher
erasure of a species.
Yeah.
I want to see a spin-off of Butcher just murdering Supes and no tension whatsoever.
Well, yeah, the come down of that would have been cool because it wasn't just like the transitional period. It was like after Homelander dies, there's this shot on Butcher that lingers for like a few seconds where I audibly said out loud, "What are you feeling right now?" Because it's that thing where it's been like years he's been wanting this revenge. Do you get any satisfaction from it? Do you get any completion from it? Like, who are you after this? And I wish there was a bit of like a reflective come down moment, even when they were all like drinking beer. Sort of like, yeah, we did it. We're going back. I wish there was something there like, wow, this does like kind of reflecting on what are they feeling right now outside of like, oh, we feel good. We did it. You know, like what, this wasn't just another mission for them. This was everything.
This isn't just a family barbecue at the end of every fast movie.
This is literally like you save the world on a public level after being fugitives and your lives destroyed. Like everything came down to this one fucking guy, and so it was just a little too like pleasant, I think.
Yeah,
and a little too like, yep, just another day at the office. Fast and Furious ending right here. And maybe that was like the intention. So yeah, there's like some of those little residual moments, and it's like we all been saying since the beginning that this series would end with Butcher and Homelander both dying at the finale. So while like there's really nothing that surprise, even if I wasn't familiar with the comic element, I'd still be like, is it really that surprising that happens in
They
here?
told us.
Yeah, they told us what happened.
Homelander said he was waiting.
The things unfold, character beats unfold, character arcs happen. So now I'm kind of left wondering like what was not resolved, if anything wasn't resolved. Like, I think we're led to believe that he actually did kill his dad. I think Butcher did
He
kill
said
his
he
dad.
dropped him in the Thames, didn't he?
Yeah, but I was hoping that,
We never saw it, but that's
Yeah.
what he said, and I took him at his word.
All right.
I didn't.
I didn't know for sure. I mean, that's what's cool about Ryan and Hughie. They're both like children adjacent to they're like children of Homelander and Butcher, and they're the ones breaking the cycle of the father and son's journey of everything that's going on. So I like that thematically. I love the rap. Like, even though Starlight doesn't get the most attention in this episode, she gets her revenge, and it's very apt for the way Deep goes out in the mouth there.
Mm-hmm.
And her having the baby after everything she went through last season, showing that they're ready, was a really beautiful and touching moment. Okay, so they do set up for more boys to come in if they wanted to.
Gen V was clearly set up for a season 3. They drive off into their next season.
Yeah.
That hurt because I like those characters.
I do remember though that season 4 ends off on a note of soups are going to be the new police. And there's not really any of that in this season. I don't get that vibe of law and order being, demonstrated throughout the United States via the soups, and it's feeling oppressive. I didn't really get that sense
The
at all.
camp was the closest to that in the opening, the first couple episodes, but that wasn't really day to day. That was pretty concentrated.
Felt like it got dropped a little bit, right? Yeah, it seemed like it's because of some of it, right?
It's easy to forget about.
It's easy to forget, there's a whole thing where camp at the first couple episodes, and now that whole vibe is just kind of gone.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's true.
Because the cities are bright and cheery at the end.
I did lose sense, just for what else is happening out in society.
Yeah,
just the additional
Homelander's
wallpaper.
gone. They tore it down.
Yeah. Well, and through the season, we've been doing so many specific things and going to these different. We've had these hideouts, and then we've had these handful of locations, but you don't have really a huge eye line into just what it's like on the streets as a normie
right
under this regime, other than seeing the camps. And I guess you just assume that things are fine if people aren't in a camp. But yeah, it's one of those world building things that I think they could have made very visceral. But yeah, it's kind of easy to kind of forget about and then be like, what is it like beyond the camps and Vought Tower and these hideouts, etc., these labs?
Kimiko finds her ability to use her powers rooted in love and protection and not in rage and hate, the way how she was kind of made to be.
Yeah, I love the heart moment a lot.
Good arc there. MM gets his family, gets his wife back, and I don't know, Ashley did deserve a little bit of punishment.
I love that she did. I love that she's
she
I'm
should not be the
staying.
president.
That was great.
But I'm glad she made it.
So we don't know what's happening with Zoe. Somewhere there with Stan Edgar. Something Stan Edgar. Something.
I love the voice of God got gagged to death.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that is a hilarious. That is funny how that came back around actually.
Yeah, because I when I opened it, I didn't see how obvious it was. I love when a seed is planted that's so obvious in hindsight. You're like, well, yeah.
When she said the thing will never explode,
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And two, I'm now thinking just in regular boys terms, I'm like, what if he was just having too much fun and accidentally popped his noggin?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very satisfying.
I found out this week that you guys have both seen Dogma, I assume.
No.
Oh no, not really.
Kevin Smith's
I've
Dogma?
seen flashes of it when I was a kid, but
never seen.
But people, I know
All right,
one
well,
sequence.
I won't give something away.
I know one sequence.
I am
from
shocked
Dogma.
as both religious.
As devout
escapees.
Catholics.
Maybe we would be just like you if we had just seen Dogma.
You guys could have fixed your shit.
We could have been ranting.
Could have been done
about the delusions of the religiously inclined.
Treat yourself.
My man.
Well, the rest of this video will be about Dogma.
If you guys, I'll tell you a fun fact, internet about Dogma. Once these guys have seen it, tune in the future.
Well, it was a pretty straightforward finale. Sister Stage gets to live on. We addressed our positives, our complaints. I don't feel like it was mainly a filler season. I quite enjoyed it. I had a great time.
I did too.
And I'm glad we could all be here together.
Agree. It's been a journey, and I'm glad that we've been able to share it.
We fucking did it, and I'm ready to go now. Are we good?
That was almost a sacrifice. I sacrificed a thing to make sure I was here because I didn't want to have an X-Men situation where I missed one key episode. So
the key episode.
Yeah.
Christ the Lord.
I did.
Would have been an asshole move.
I would have been perhaps interviewing the cast when this was, and I didn't.
What, really?
Yeah, I'd be right. I'd be with those guys. I'd be with the boys. But I'm here. So much love, Regis.
Well, one's self-serving and one is giving to the audience that will forget about this video by tomorrow.
They will hate me, and I'm because I disagreed with them at any point. They won't care that I made this sacrifice. But no, dear audience, that I'm not with the boys because I am with Reject Nation.
Oh,
you'll get to be with them for Gen V season 3.
I'll be with
for VOT Rising and VOT Mexico.
There's plenty of opportunities.
Because Jack's in those shows.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When they do the 20th anniversary reunion, you can be the host.
Hello.
When they're desperate and they do a multiverse and Homelander's back, you know
Butcher's back every variant. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, where would you rate the boys finale? Can't tell you how many videos I had to quick turning off once it was like, boy, season 5 sucks. Let me tell you why.
Yeah, I was able to actually enjoy this one.
Just keep happening. I don't want to listen to anything. I wasn't even listening to good videos that were praising it. I'm like, I just don't want to hear any opinions.
A lot of the few I have heard, I keep waiting for people to make a point.
Or like,
right.
I'm like, can you break down why you feel this way instead of just repeating the feeling over and over again?
I'm sure
why do you feel this? I'm sure there's somewhere out
I'm
there,
sure there's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Praise be to God. Homelander, sorry. I'll see you guys later. And so will Cole and John. And bye.